Every time I turn around, there's some new modern audience game on the block, and recently we've been talking a lot about highguard, but it looks like there is a brand new game that was just unveiled called Horizon Hunters Gathering that is getting completely wrecked on the internet already. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, one day, if I ever make a video game, I am not going to let Jeff Keighley post about it. I'm not going to give him any information. I'm going to ask him respectfully to not highlight my game because he has the Midas touch of death. Okay, he posted a bunch about highguard. He was really the only one marketing highguard, and it's already lost 95% of its player base. But he also posted the brand new trailer for this game, and well, this game looks terrible and it's getting destroyed. It says announcement trailer for Horizon Hunters Gathering, a new live service game for PS5 and PC from PlayStation. So right off the bat, when I hear PlayStation and live service, I'm instantly very skeptical and not that excited for it. But this trailer itself is so bad, in my opinion, because you're not actually seeing any legitimate gameplay. They are really just highlighting like a bunch of cinematics, and they're trying to show you, ooh, how big and how flashy this game is and how big this world is going to be. Not a good start to it. And then when you go over to the PlayStation account, you are instantly met with a character the size of a mountain. She takes up half the freaking screen. That is a big bitch. And, well, unfortunately, most of the characters in this game look very questionable. I'm not sitting here saying that every single character needs to be a 10 out of 10 bombshell or look exactly the same, but my god, a character design like this isn't going to appeal to people. Okay, this is just not what people want to see in their game. You have this absolutely massive woman running around just leroying through these different mobs. It just doesn't look great. And you have this like Fortnite visual aesthetic and style, which I personally am not a fan of. But when you actually take a look at the combat, in my opinion, it doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't look that special. I feel like we've seen gameplay like this time and time again, and if I really wanted to play Horizon, I would play Horizon and not this official PlayStation and Guerrilla Games like knockoff of it. They're marketing it as a tactical co-op action game, which is up to 3 players. So they're trying to get a slightly different audience interested in it, but it just feels like every single company now is doing what From Software did with Night Rain, where they have a single player game and then they either take the same assets and gameplay and they just create a slightly different mode and then sell it for $40. And in this case, yes, it does have a different visual style, but it's clearly supposed to be very reminiscent of Horizon based on the creatures you're fighting and their armor and their weak points and their designs. I just don't think that this is going to be a massive game. Maybe they don't expect it to be. Either way, though, it is definitely not being received extremely positively, as, let's refresh it before we actually judge the numbers, 8.2k likes to 9.1k dislikes. So clearly there are a lot of people who are not interested in this experience. A lot of people who are being extremely critical, whether that is of the tiny bit of gameplay we saw, the aesthetics, the character designs. The comments are brutal right now. Bruh, I didn't know they were making a Dauntless 2. I feel like this would be a little better if you could have made your own character. Yes, but I don't know if it would be a lot better. No wonder this got announced randomly on a Thursday morning. Yeah, they probably wanted the least amount of negative attention on it as possible. Wow, Horizon Night Rain. Sony, single player games are not as profitable as we would like. Sony, let's make 15 gas that will never see the light of day or shut down in a week. I just want a Horizon 3, man. Seems like it's years and years away. And yeah, you have teams that are working on these little side projects, and then it takes time away from the development of the next iteration of a series. I think that it is a bad move. I don't think that these types of games and spin-offs are going to make them, tons of money. Night Rain did make a bit of money for From Software for sure. It did sell quite a few million copies, but I think that it's a bit different when you have From Software, who has created game after game after game after game that have been 10 out of 10s, versus Gorilla, who has made recently two games in this series, and one of them was highly criticized. I hate corpo trend chasing more than unique mid games. This looks stupid AF. This company is lost in the woods. It is sad. Concord Part 3, no thank you. And if we take a look at the posts on X, it of course is not much better. I did screenshot part of this teaser trailer, this reveal trailer. My God, this character looks terrible. You would think that companies would learn people don't want to play as SJW boulders anymore. People are rejecting games with these types of characters all day and all night. It's just that simple. You need to create decent looking characters at the very least, not characters like this. There are many different posts from people like Savvy saying, from the parent company who said they would use their IPs for DEI and ESG purposes comes Concord 4 dauntless ripoff. Has there ever been a more ugly cast of stereotypes and low effort? I don't know a single human who likes the Horizon series. I've never seen anyone with merch in the background. I've never seen fan art of it. I can't wait to see if the target audience shows up. And yeah, this is the squad that they're trying to market this game with. They think that this cast of characters is going to interest people, and I don't see how. You have one half decent looking character on the far right of this screen, and that's it. All these other characters look really, really bizarre. I guess the guy in the middle doesn't look half bad, but also I don't think that he's wearing pants, and that's just a little bit gay to me. Nobody is gonna play this garbage. What in the ever living fuck is that? That is a big woman. Who the hell wanted this? Besides Herman Hulst. I mean, it's so funny because Herman Hulst is the reason why we got Concord, and Herman Hulst is also probably the reason we're getting games like this because he greenlit so many things. Hey Sony, who is the actual demographic of Horizon Hunters Gathering? Is this really your idea of an inspiring character people want to play as? And no, in my opinion, these characters look terrible. Concord 2, here we go. There's no way this is the big multiplayer game Gorilla has been working on for 7 years. The NCSoft MMO looks miles better than this. Come on, man. Yeah. 7 years of development for this, in my opinion, is criminal. These types of people need to have their entire company and corporate structure looked into, and they need to have good management, because these people that are running rampant in these companies and making these decisions do not know what people actually want and what is actually going to sell. So yeah, right now things are not looking good for the latest modern audience game on the block, and I have a feeling that when this eventually releases, it's not going to be the most positive of situations for Gorilla and Sony. It currently does not have a release date, as you can see. They're just going to be doing a playtest relatively soon. So who knows when they actually want you to get your hands on this, but I know I definitely am one of the many people who is not excited for this. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.